What's up, guys? So yeah, I've been really bad about doing videos. Originally I was doing how-tos, and then we're gonna switch it to a vlog to try to keep you guys updated on what's going on in the garage. I've been horrible about it, but I had a baby son. He's only 4 months old, so I've been a little bit busy. Well, it's not totally an excuse, but it's a little bit of an excuse. Anyways, a lot has changed since the last time I talked to you. I think the last video I did was gauges, an update on gauges for Outsider, the 79 Camaro, and I literally have not touched it since. It's still sitting there, getting just dusty. But this thing here that you can't quite see all of is a 600cc micro sprint, mini sprint, whatever you want to call it. It's like a smaller version of a World of Outlaws car with a big wing on top. The wing's not on right now, but I'll show you a picture of what it looked like when I first bought it. And then now it looks like this. So I picked this up right near the end of the summer. I ran one race with it when it was still blue. We had a little issue, got into the wall, busted some stuff up. Now I used to race these things like 15 years ago, so I was a little rusty, but the accident was just freak of nature. It wasn't anybody's fault really. Just ran out of room. Either way, these guys run on Saturday nights, mostly, at least at the track I'll be running for a home track. And that's the same night or the same day, basically, that they run rallycross. So I sold the rally car. I know. That thing's an absolute blast. It was a ton of fun. I'm gonna miss those guys. I'll probably still make out next year for, visit, hang out. Maybe I'll pick something up to run, who knows. But for right now, I sold the car. I did okay on it. I mean, I paid $450 for it. I put a couple $100 in it. I sold it for $600, so, whatever. I didn't hurt anything. I had a whole bunch of fun with it all summer long. It was an absolute blast. If you have rallycross in your area through the SCCA, I absolutely recommend you giving it a shot. It's a cheap way to get into racing and have a lot of fun. If you're in my area, in Western New York, FLR-SCCA.com, that's where I was going through. They do a lot down at Watkins Glen, and then in the winter months like now, they do some stuff right here in Leicester, which is like 5 miles from my house, which would have been nice, but hey, money and time, what are you gonna do? Also, I sold the Monte Carlo. I don't know. I did some projects on it there, some videos and different things, and me working on it. It just got to be, I had too much stuff. There was just too much stuff, too many projects, way too much going on. I spent so much time on that Monte Carlo that I neglected the Camaro here, and I was neglecting other things. There was too many projects, too much stuff that I was spending money on. And actually the money from that is what I used to buy the race car. Yeah, I know, race cars are expensive, they take a lot of time. It's a sickness, what can I say? So, the Monte Carlo's gone, the rally car is gone. This Camaro is still here. The race car Camaro, the road course car, rally or autocross road course car, is still in storage. I haven't touched that. Again, I still have too much crap. So we're working on this, but now that I have this painted and pretty much back together, I'm gonna get back on that, because that's got to get painted, that's got to get finished this year, man. We're going on almost 4 years with that car, which is, I mean, I don't ever keep stuff that long. It's a bad habit, but I enjoy the build, and usually when I'm done with them, I drive them for a year and I sell them. So we'll see what happens with that. As you've seen in other videos, it runs, it moves under its own power. It's got some little quirks and stuff that need to be figured out, but basically we got to get that thing painted, we got to get an interior in it, and then figure out the little quirks, and then that one's done. And then maybe when that's done, I can get the other Camaro back here and get back working on that. That needs some drivetrain stuff. Most racing-wise, it's pretty much there. We got a fuel cell to put in it, but a couple little things. Anyways, the reason that it sparked my interest today, and I was like, hey, you know what? I need to make a video, is I got a little how-to, a little quick snippet, a little something for you. All right, let me show you what I'm doing. Okay, so I don't have a brake. Basically, it's just because I don't have enough room for all those tools, but I'm making a new dash for the Micro, which here's a better look at it. Yeah, it's pretty sweet, but I'm making a new dash, and I mean, if you've got a vise and scrap metal laying around, you could make yourself a small brake if you're trying to make something little, a panel to cover something or whatever. So I threw a piece of angle in here, pinched it in the vise. I had a piece of square stock laying under here in the bench with all my scrap metal. And made myself a quick break. This piece could be a little bit longer to cover this, but it's long enough to do what I got to do here. And basically all I'm doing is working my way back and forth with a body hammer. You can actually get, this is a nice one, but you can actually get cheaper ones at Harbor Freight that work just as good. But as you can see, I got a little ahead of myself there. Got some dings and stuff. Basically, all you're going to do is just work your way back and forth. Slowly. You know, metal takes time to move it. You know, you can even warm it up a little bit with the torch there to help. You know, some aluminum will crack if you try bending it too far, but this piece is pretty thin, so I'm not too worried about it. But I'm just going to keep working my way back and forth on this until I get the angle that I'm looking for, which is actually this piece here is what we're looking for. That's the old one. You can see it's pretty beat up, so we're going to make a new one. So I'm going to take this thing over until it's about there. And I'll obviously have to drill some holes and stuff in it, but that's a simple part. You know, put some Zeus tabs on there, but just want to show you. You know, that's a little creative way to make yourself a little mini brake. You know, quick, just to make one piece. I mean, if you're bending stuff all the time, buy a brake. But if you aren't bending stuff all the time and you're in the garage just figuring some stuff out, and you need to make yourself a little gauge panel or something, it's a quick, easy way to do it. Well, it's not as quick as a brake. It takes a little bit of time, but you can do it right in your shop with the crap you got laying around. So, anyways, as usual, ladies and gentlemen, there's the wing over there. Keep it creative and happy building.